The answer is yes. But do you know the question? And yo, I gotta talk quick. There's a teenager walking around me. So yeah. Hair comb, face wash, body cover. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva. You see, I'm having glitches, face itching. I gotta tell you what's all going on and all this kind of stuff. So you know what I'm doing, right? I'm answering your questions. Well, sort of answering your questions, but we'll get to that. Housekeeping. Those of you who follow me on TikTok, y'all know the announcement. Those of you who don't, y'all are in for information. Outspoken Diva answering your questions is moving to TikTok. Um, you saw why, right? No, you didn't. Don't tell that story because no one saw the last video that last answering questions video got 0 views. Now I told y'all in the previous video, I will move this. I will end answering your questions on YouTube if I didn't get any more. Get the views didn't get up. Well, the views got up for the video that I said that on, but not so much on the last video. So I mean, it's not like I do it for the views or the likes and all those kind of things, but not even the people whose questions I were answering. I mean, no, that I answered. I mean, granted, yes, I answered the video. I mean, answer the questions in written form. I reply back to those questions. I mean, those questions, but then I do a video. But the people who asked the questions didn't even come. Yeah, hey, sometimes you don't write, so apparently answering questions on here for me does not write. And I hated to get rid of, hated to let it go because, this is my, my beginning, my baby here, No, this is the first thing that, that I did, and it used to be part of the blog series. So, but, you know, if it's time to say goodbye, like the Muppets say, it's time for saying goodbye. So, but yeah, it gets a new home over there on TikTok. So you can follow me. Where you can find me on TikTok, I'll leave down below in the description box. And of course, you can not email me, inbox me over there with your questions. Or of course, you can always shoot me an email at the email address in the description box also. So yeah. What questions am I answering today? I'm not answering exactly questions. I am. I always knew if I always knew. Even on the blog, knew if I ever had to stop answering questions that I knew how to end the end this series, as we say, with the questions I will never answer. I just don't answer them, and we have 5 of them. So let's start off with number 5. Number 5. Hold on. Sorry, I did not need me to cough in y'all's face. Number 5. PWI versus HBCU. That is not a question that I will ever answer. Yes, I got my degree from a PWI. The school that I went to before that, that I transferred from was a PWI. I didn't go to a HBCU. So I don't think that it's fair for me to tell you that you should go to a PWI. Why? PWI, if those of you don't know, is a predominantly white institution. HBCU is a historically black college and university. I know people who've gone on to do great things from both types, who graduated from both, who have degrees from both types of colleges. My sister just graduated, got her bachelor's degree from at HBCU. Okay, I will never in my life tell someone you need to go to a PWI. No, and then I can't tell anyone that they should not go to they should only go to a HBCU because they are the B. No, why? I don't regret going to PWI. I went to the best school, the schools that were best for me. Okay, and that's what I will always tell anyone, to go to a school that is best for them. Okay, I remember the person who made me say that I will never do that was this lady. She's a lady now. She and I went to elementary school, uh middle school, and high school. Was the same ones. She was a year older than me. She graduated a year old before me, and she felt like because she went to a HBCU, because we hadn't been all black since elementary school, but it wasn't like we were ever the minority. I went to the Dallas Independent School District. In the 90s, we were not the minority. Okay, we were very much the majority back then. Okay, so yeah, no, I did not need the black experience. Not for me. Okay, I just needed to go to school, and I went to schools that were best for me. Not even just for educational programs, but also financial aid and housing. Okay, now if you ask me, how do I feel about Lamar University, University of Texas at Arlington, and El Centro Community College? Oh, I think that's part of the Dallas college systems now. Yeah, I'll give you my opinion about those. Do I feel like you or your child should go to that school? Okay, that's different. Those schools, that's different. But I'll never ever say, yeah, yes, you must go to PWA. No, down the I regret going to a PWA. You should go to a HBCU. I'll never do that. Never. Okay. Like I said, I know people who have gone to do great things from both types, who have got degrees from both types of schools. Okay. All right. Question type number 4. Why am I single and why don't I have kids? It just is. I mean, what do I tell you? I'm a runner, I'm a track star. As soon as you don't make sense, I leave. And then kids, my niece, y'all really gonna believe that my niece and nephew sucked up all my love and they won't give it back? Oh, and now I have a great niece. So yeah, dude, I just don't have. That was not the plan for my life that God gave me, and I don't regret it. Okay, if I was to be married, I will be married. I don't. I mean, I want to be married, but I'm just not. I'm single. And I don't think that I'm a bad person for it. I don't have kids. I am the childless aunt. My nephew and my great niece and my niece probably, they appreciate it. My nephew, if he was to walk by here any moment, which he might, uh, he will tell you that he didn't want cousins anyway, so he's good. So yeah, so yeah, that's just my lot in life. That was the plan that God had for me. Okay, and that's why y'all don't get no straight answers on that. Okay, y'all had to wait until the nephew, the teenager, got through. Yeah, y'all didn't. Yeah, no. Again, I didn't. Oh, y'all don't know. I didn't tell. I said that on. I did this video earlier. I forgot to tell him that I was gonna record. So So yeah. Anywho, question number 3. Political stuff. Why do I only tell you out? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? I'll never tell you. That's why I always just tell y'all go vote. I'm a moderate. I lean a little bit towards mostly towards the liberal side, but there are some things that I'm conservative about. And you will be surprised. You'll be like, what? Yeah, you'll be surprised what I am conservative about. Okay? So, yeah, but how I feel about things should not determine how you feel about things. Always go do your own research. Go look at the candidates, see and know what you believe in. Okay? Know what you believe in. Okay? Don't let people, what other people say and what they do. Stop being flip floppy, or stand on what you believe in. Okay, what you know in your heart to be right. Okay, all right. Question number two. I'm over here too. That was question number 3. No, question type number 3. This is number 2. Colorism questions about my personal colorism stuff that Yeah, I'm quite aware that I am the light skinned person in my friend group. I have quite a few friends that are dark skinned, and I have quite a few family members that are dark skinned. I have quite a few family members that are light skinned. There are people in my family that are lighter than I am. Okay, and my family looks like a African American rainbow. Okay, I don't do colorism. I don't do color. I'm not a colorist. I don't do that. Okay, and to ask me why do I feel like I'm so cute because I'm the only light skinned person in my friend group? No, that's tacky. That's disgusting. And clearly, these people would not be my friend. I mean, we're talking about adult people, and clearly, they would not be my friends if I felt that way. So yeah, no. I no, I am not a colorist. And to me, it's very tacky for people to ask that question, ask questions about that. Like, who, I can't say who does that, but who does that? Ugh, no, sorry. That's questions number two, colorist questions. Question number one that I will never answer. Matter of fact, you're gonna get a smart behind answer. You're gonna get a smart aleck answer. What size brazier I wear, how big is my chest, all that kind of stuff. Are you gonna buy me one? Are you gonna buy a brazier? Only people who have ever known what size I wore were people who were buying them. That was my mother and my grandmother. They don't buy. Clearly, my grandmother is not buying them anymore. My mother doesn't buy them anymore either. Buy mine anymore either. So, yeah. Since I'm the only one buying them, I'm the only one that needs to know. Those are not what. Why? Why do you need to know? What business of it is of yours? And don't ask any men that were braziers. Don't ask anybody that. That's not your business. It's not. Like I said, unless you're purchasing the underwear. Yeah, no. Okay. All right. That's the number one question I will never answer. Don't even. Yeah. You're definitely getting a smart. I won't just ignore you like you didn't like a lot of those questions. I'll just ignore you. That one I will answer, but it's not the answer you want. Okay. So yeah, that is the end of the top five questions. Top five that I will not questions I will not answer. Yeah, again, I'm going over answering questions is going over to TikTok. Only thing that will be left over here story times. Talk about it. Drink reviews, which I mean we pretty much know that was a tea reviews, but drink reviews and food reviews. Anything else is over here? I don't know yet. But yeah. So yeah, but yeah, answering questions. We'll go over the TikTok again. My TikTok profile will be down below in the description box, along with my email address that you can always send me questions at. Everything will start January 2026. So yeah, look out for those. If you want to follow me on TikTok, go ahead. My profile is open. If I feel like you are a bot or this is a fake page or something like that, I will erase you. So if you are a real someone, and you think that I might not, might erase you, just go on send me an inbox. Hey, I followed you from I'm so and so, and I followed you from YouTube. So yeah, other than that, that's about it. So yeah, get your questions in and I'll answer them over on TikTok. Okay. And other than that, talking to you in adult terms.